Guys, Deluded Guna. Now, I'm not a transfer expert. Like, I just like to look at players, and I think I'm very, very good at predicting if players are going to be good, judging players' development and things like that. That's not to be cocky. I mean, it's a track record, it's a fact. If I could bring, I was going to say three, but two players. In fact, nah, three. Three young players. They're well known, but if I could bring three players in at Arsenal, it won't happen for whether it's fees, whatever. We all know we're not going to do it. Three players. Firstly, Delight, or whatever his name is, the Ajax centre half, 17 years of age. Very impressed with him this year. Obviously, he's not. He reminds me of Mertesacker in the sense that Mertesacker's them leader sort of centre backs. He likes to pass, he likes to dictate, and I'm impressed by his leadership skills for a 17-year-old with hardly any first team experience, commanding people that have vastly more playing experience, caps for their club, caps for their country, and ultimately footballing pedigree. Been impressed with how he plays. He's not afraid to play a ball over the top, play a ball into the channels. Normally, when you see young centre halves, barely 17, when you see 20-year-old centre halves make their debut, they tend to be steady, not really want to make a mistake, want to be seen, not heard. Will release it to their centre back partners. Will give it to the midfielders they see stepping and showing an option. And other than that, won't hear from them. But he thrives on responsibility. You've seen it even off field when he celebrates with fans. Like I said, ball playing, he's got it defensively. I think he's very good. He's got a lot to learn. Obviously, he's 17. I'm very impressed with his concentration levels. Like that's normally a main thing I look for when I see centre halves, especially young centre halves. His concentration levels are there. He still needs to come up physically. He's still naive, especially when he's dragged out into wide positions. Does have a tendency to dive in. That is reflected in. I think they conceded a penalty. I can't remember who it was in the Europa League, but Ajax conceded a penalty against someone. Do think it was Lyon for some reason, but forgive me if I'm wrong. He looks like a player. Of course, with football nowadays, any talent, every player is a wonder kid, and everyone. And I do like how he steps into midfield as well. And everybody, young players, whether they've accomplished nothing or not, are going to command a massive fee. So in regards to fees, I don't know how much it would be. They've got another centre half called Sanchez. I like him, but I'd more want the 17-year-old. He looks like a real quality player. I mean, would he leave if we did have the money and we did go and do it? Who knows? Because what team in England is going to give a 17-year-old at centre half that many games or that much responsibility? Don't know if it will happen. But yeah, he looks like a player. Don't know if he ends up centre half long term. He does look like he can play in midfield. I think he has played in midfield and things like that. But he does look like a star, certainly for Dutch football, for Ajax at the current period, and he does look destined for bigger clubs. Secondly, Ryan Sessegnon, watched him for a long time now. The Fulham guy, he's been playing left wing for them. He's 16, going on 17. He's been playing left wing for them for obvious reasons, and he's been scoring goals. The thing I've been impressed by him, particularly for his younger days for England's youth sides, energy. He's constantly up there. He's got a fantastic engine for a fullback. I do think long term he'll end up at left back, and he's a twin. He looks like a good player. I mean, anyone that's been watching professional football has heard about him. There's rumours Spurs are leading the race for him and whatnot. I don't think Fulham are going to let him go easily. I think a Fulham scout even said that he's a £50 million player. Ridiculous. We all know he's not. But yeah, that's one I'd bring in. And finally, Amin Harit. I really hope I pronounced his name correctly. He plays for Nantes. We've had scouts watching him for a while. Currently playing at the Under-20 World Cup. Watched him in France this year. Watched him at the Under-20s. I've been impressed. He breaks the lines well. He creates space for himself well. He's got an appreciation for a pass. Typically, he's got all the stuff you typically see from a player that Arsenal sign in regards to the pretty passing and things like that. And he's young and he's really got the world at his feet. And I don't like to any of these players. I don't talk about potential. I don't care about world class this and that. These guys could be good footballers. It's all about giving these young players, whether you sign them to eventually make first team or profit, and this goes for any youngsters, it's about signing them and getting them into a facility where if they're not going to make it here, they're going to be sold, but we need to give them a platform to express and take a punt. I mean, at Arsenal, we used to always talk about youngsters and the best youngsters and this and that. To a degree, it does feel like we're developing youngsters at the moment for no reason. We've seen certain guys depart. And and I haven't really seen any youngsters going into our first team squad. I mean, you can look at Bellerin and Iwobi, but generally speaking, we know for obvious reasons with how we've been for the last couple of years, there's been yet less youngsters coming through. So I would like to see young blood. Added to that, we are genuinely getting quite old, especially in regards to the back line. We all know Mertesacker's a pensioner. Koscielny's not exactly young. Yeah, So yeah, like these are just three youngsters I would actually just really like at our club. I really watch them. I like them anyways. I mean, any club that signs them is going to have a great buy. If I had to pick one, I'd say Ryan Sessegnon, because I do believe, well, we there is rumours we're getting a left back in, but I do believe he could potentially be. I do certainly believe he'll end up as a left back. I do believe he could be an England a star for England, and definitely a star for a club. Because he's got everything a left back has, particularly in the attacking sense. He's good defensively, but it's the attacking sense that I've been impressed with. And as he gets older, the physicality, the concentration, the positional awareness, the game management, all of this will come into play for him. But yeah, guys, they're just three players. If I could, they'd be at this club. Certainly, it'll be on my summer transfer list. I'm not saying that, I'm not speaking in this video about senior players and senior targets. This is just three young players I'd actually like at our club. But anyways, guys, Deludi Goon, I'm signing out. Thank you for watching.